Osita and Ngozi were a loving couple who cherished their two children, Emery and Emanuela. Emery, at 15 years old, was the oldest, while Emanuela, at 10 years old, was the youngest. The family lived a happy and fulfilling life together until tragedy struck. One fateful day, Osita and Ngozi were involved in a devastating accident that claimed their lives. Their sudden demise left Emery and Emanuela orphaned, and the community was engulfed in grief. The siblings' relatives quickly gathered to organize the burial, with Osita's family traveling from Abuja and his sister coming from Lagos to pay their last respect. Following the funeral, it was decided that Emery would go to live with his uncle, Jude, while Emanuela would be taken in by their auntie in Lagos. Uncle Jude, who lived in the bustling city, had three children of his own, Helen the eldest, followed by Chinedu and Jessica. After a long drive, Uncle Jude and Emery arrived at the city. As they pulled into the driveway, Uncle Jude's wife, Ogechi, along with the children, come out and welcome them. Initially, their faces were filled with joy at Jude's safe return, but they were taken aback by the sight of Emery. "Who is he?" Ogechi inquired, her curiosity piqued. "Honey, this is Emery's, my elder brother's son," Jude explained. "Okay, why is he here?" Ogechi asked, unable to cancel her surprise. "He is here to stay with us," Uncle Jude replied solemnly. Upon hearing that Emery would be staying with them, Ogechi became visibly upset and retreated inside the house. The children, equally curious, asked their father, "Daddy, who is he?" "He is your cousin," Uncle Jude informed them. Helen, excited at the prospect of having another family member in the home, welcomed Emery warmly, although Chinedu and Jessica were initially unsure about the new addition to their family. Helen's enthusiasm was infectious. "So, Daddy, we have a cousin from the village," Helen asked, "and you did not bring him before now." Jude, "Yes, but what is important now is that he is here, and that's all that matters," Uncle Jude said. "Come with me, let's go inside the house," Helen said as she helped him with his bag. Inside the bedroom of Jude and Ogechi, tension lingered in the air. "What is that man's son doing here?" Ogechi asked. "I hope he's here to serve us." "No, he is not," Jude replied, trying to maintain his composure. "He is here to further his education," Uncle Jude said. "What? Education? Ha! You must be joking," Ogechi exclaimed. "The same man who didn't want us to get married, who tried all he could to stop you from marrying me, is the same person whose son you've brought into our house to further his education, not under my watch. As far as I'm concerned, that boy is nothing but a servant in this house," Ogechi said in an angry voice. "Honey, I know. I understand your pain," Jude said gently. "He tried all he could to stop our marriage, but it never worked. Here we are, happily married. One thing you should consider is that this same man is no more, and his children are innocent. They don't know of this. Please, let him stay here with us and treat him like your own. Please." After a long plead, Ogechi finally agreed. "Okay, he should stay," Ogechi said a bit reluctantly. "Thank you, my love," Jude replied, grateful for her understanding. In the living room, Chinedu and Jessica were murmuring to themselves. "He looks so dirty," Chinedu said. "He even stinks," Jessica added. "I pray he doesn't stay here with us. I don't like him," Chinedu said. "Me too," Jessica agreed. Just then, Helen tried to intervene. "What is your name?" she asked the newcomer. "My name is Emery," he replied politely. I'm Helen and these are my siblings, Nedu and Jessica. What are you doing in our house? Jessica asked, skepticism in her voice. I hope you are not here to stay, Chinedu added. You two should stop it. What has come over you? Helen scolded. Just then, Ogechi walked in on them. What is going on here? She demanded. Nothing, Mom, Helen replied quickly. Follow me, let me show you to your room, Ogechi said to Emiry, leading him towards the door outside. She pointed to the boys' quarters. That is where you will be staying. And one more thing, don't come into the main building unless I call you to. Do you understand? Yes, ma'am, Emery replied, trying to hide his disappointment. Once inside the boys' quarter, Emery found the place in disarray. He started sweeping diligently. Helen soon came in and saw him working hard. Let me help you. You must be very tired, she said kindly. Have you had anything to eat yet? She asked. No, Emery replied, his voice tainted with exhaustion. Okay, let me go get you something to eat, Helen offered and left, returning later with a plate of rice. Here, eat while I do the cleaning, she said. Thank you, Emery replied, grateful for her kindness. Ogechi came outside and saw Emery eating rice and meat. What? Who gave you that food you are eating? She demanded. It's Helen, Emery stammered, but before he could finish his sentence, Ogechi landed a harsh slap on his face, causing his eyes to water and the plate of rice fell from his hand. She was about to deliver another bowl when Helen screamed, Mom! Mommy, why did you slap him? Helen asked, shocked. Can you imagine this thief went to my kitchen to collect food after my warnings? Ogechi filmed. Mom, that is not true. I gave him the food he is eating, Helen explained, trying to defend Emery. This was just the beginning of a challenging new chapter for Emery as he navigates his way through his complex and unfamiliar household, hoping for understanding and acceptance. After a long, winding journey back from the village, Aunty Ozioma and Emanuela finally arrived in the bustling city of Lagos. The car ride had been tiring, but the familiar sight and sound of the city brought a sense of excitement and relief. As they pulled into the driveway, Aunty Ozioma's only daughter, Amanda, came out to welcome her mother. Amanda had always been known for her spirited nature, often described as a spoiled brat, due to her carefree attitude and privileged lifestyle. Mommy, who is she? Amanda asked with a cozy expression, eyeing Emanuela curiously. With a warm smile, Aunty Ozioma introduced the two girls. Amanda, meet Emanuela, your cousin. Emanuela, this is Amanda, my daughter. Emanuela, who had heard much about Amanda from Aunty Ozioma, was eager to make a good impression. She extended her hand in greeting, hoping to bridge the gap between them. Amanda hesitated for a moment, taking in the unexpected presence of a cousin she had never met. However, her curiosity got the better of her, and she accepted Emanuela's hand with a small smile. Though their personalities were seemingly different, both girls felt a sense of family connection. It was the beginning of a new chapter, not just for Amanda and Emanuela, but for Aunty Ozioma as well, who hoped that the two girls would form a close bond. As they settled into the house, the air was filled with the promise of new relationship and shared experience. Despite the initial surprise, Amanda and Emanuela were on the brink of friendship that would grow and evolve in the vibrant city of Lagos. Aunty Ozioma, accompanied by Emanuela, entered the living room and quickly settled on the couch. She turned to her daughter, Amanda, with a firm instruction. Take Emanuela to your room. That's where she will be staying. Amanda, perplexed and slightly irritated, responded, My room? Why my room? She can stay in the guest room. I don't want her to share my room with me. In fact, I don't want to share my room with anybody. Especially, not her. She looks dirty. And I believe she stinks. I can smell it from here. Mom, I don't want her in my room. Exhausted from her day, Auntie Ozioma's sighed. Amanda, I'm tired. I had a very long day today. I'm not doing this with you. Take her to your room, and that is final. She stood up and went to her room upstairs, leaving Amanda fuming. Mommy! Mom! No, she can't stay in my room, Amanda protested, turning to Emanuela. Hey, you! Don't follow me to my room. Did you hear me? Emanuela said nothing and followed Amanda to her room, despite the warning. Soon after, Amanda was engrossed in her game when she heard a knock at the door. Yes? Who is that? Mom, is that you? She said, only to see Emanuela standing there looking lost. Hey, you, what are you doing here? Didn't I warn you not to come to my room? What are you doing here? Amanda demanded. And Auntie said I will be staying here. Emanuela managed to say, her voice trembling. Oh, I see. So Auntie said you should come to this place and you came ignoring my warnings, right? Now get out of my room, you smelling thing. Get out, Amanda screamed. Hearing the commotion, Auntie Ozioma quickly rushed to Amanda's room. What is going on here? She demanded. Mommy, I don't want her here. She should go and stay in the living room or guest room. I don't care. I just don't want her in my room. What part of this don't you understand? Let her go, Amanda insisted. Amanda, she stays here, and one more word from you, you will have me to contend with. What is wrong with you? Tell me, what has come over you? She's your sister, for crying out loud. I'm going to my room to rest. I don't want to hear voices, Auntie Ozioma said, leaving the room. Immediately after Auntie Ozioma left, Amanda turned to Emanuela. You think you've won, right? No problem. I will make this place a living hell for you until you pack your things and leave this house. Emanuela didn't say a word. Instead, she went straight to the wardrobe to put away her bag. Hey! What are you doing there? Amanda snapped. I want to keep my bag, Emanuela replied, her voice quavering. In my wardrobe? You must be really delusional. My friend, leave there and go look for somewhere else to keep your miserable bag, Amanda instructed. Emanuela placed her bag in a corner of the room and sat beside it. Hey, you, come here. Since my mom said you should come into this room and stay here with me, and you couldn't say no, I want to set boundaries. Don't step over them. Number 1, don't come close to me or touch any of my things. Number 2, you will not sleep on my bed. You will sleep there, where your bag is. You can go now, Amanda declared. Hours later, Auntie Ozioma came downstairs and found Emanuela crying. What? What happened? Why are you crying? She asked, concerned. I'm hungry, Emanuela replied. You haven't eaten? Auntie Ozioma asked, surprised. No, Emanuela confirmed. Amanda didn't give you anything to eat? No, Emanuela repeated. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me get you something to eat, okay? Auntie Ozioma said gently, heading to the kitchen to prepare a small meal for Emanuela. Back at Uncle Jude's house, you will not eat in this house tonight. Nonsense, boy, she declared before storming off, leaving Emery feeling unwelcome and alone. After the uncomfortable incident, Helen, feeling empathetic towards Emery, sought him out. I am sorry for that, she said gently, trying to offer some comfort. It is fine, Emery replied, doing his best to brush off the hurtful words. That night, Helen quietly slipped out of the house. Making her way to the boys' quarters, she knocked softly on the door, whispering, Emery, it's me, Helen. I brought you food. Please open the door. The promise of food brought hope to Emery's heart. and he quickly opened the door. Helen handed him a small package of food, her eyes reflecting both kindness and urgency. I will be going before my mom notices that I'm not inside the house, she explained before hurrying back. Thank you so much. My God will bless you. Emery closed the door, feeling a profound sense of relief. Ah, God, thank you. I was very hungry, he murmured, grateful for Helen's secret act of kindness. The morning began in a wide range of activities as Ogechi prepared breakfast and lunch for her children. Her efficiency in the kitchen ensured they would have a nutritious meal for the day ahead. Once everything was ready, she gently woke her children up, urging them to start preparing for school before their school bus arrived. However, Ogechi's approach with Emiry was different. She stormed into the boy's quarter and sprinkled cold water on him to wake him up. Hey, hey, Emery shouted, startled by the sudden chill. Keep quiet, Ogechi snapped. Are you still sleeping at this hour? Do you think this is your father's house where you sleep all day? Get up, sweep the compound, wash the dishes, and then take care of my dirty clothes and those of my children. Be quick about it. Emrys, feeling grudgy and overwhelmed, began his chores dutifully, starting with sweeping the compound. Afterward, he washed the dishes and approached Ogechi in the living room. Auntie, I'm done sweeping and washing the dishes, he informed her. What about the clothes? Ogechi asked. I will wash them after I eat. I'm very hungry, Emery replied, hoping for some recipe. Says who? Ogechi retorted. Finish the work first, and I will see if there will be food for you or not. Dejected, Emery went back to backyard and started washing the clothes by hands, feeling the punch of hunger. While Emery was busy with the laundry, Uncle Jude approached. Why are you washing the clothes with your bare hands when we have the washing machine in this house? He asked. Auntie said that the washing machine is spoiled. Emery explained. Ah, I see. Why do you look so down? Have you eaten? Uncle Jude asked with concern. No, Emery admitted, his voice barely above a whisper. Leave that thing and go eat. Next week, I'm registering you for a school, Uncle Jude announced. Emery's heart leaped with joy. The prospect of returning to school and pursuing his education filled him with hope. Thank you, Uncle, he said, his gratitude evident. You are welcome, Uncle Jude replied, offering a warm smile. Later in the living room, Jude informed Ogechi of his plan. Next week, I will take Emery to school to register him. Which school? Ogechi inquired, her tone sharp. The same school as our children, Jude replied. Why? He should go to public school, Ogechi insisted. Jude sighed, shifting the conversation. And why did you have Emery wash the clothes by hand when we have the washing machine perfectly fine? The machine is spoiled, Ogechi repeated. Jude shook his head. You and I both know that that is not true. Why do you treat this boy this way? What's wrong with him using his hand? Ogechi retorted before leaving the living room. After Uncle Jude stepped out of the house, Ogechi emerged from her room and headed straight to where Emery was washing clothes. Her voice was sharp as she confronted him. So you have the audacity to report me to your uncle, right? Ogechi snapped. Auntie, no! I didn't report you, Emery replied, his voice trembling. Then how did your uncle know that I made you wash clothes by hand instead of using the washing machine? Ogechi pressed on. I don't know, Emery responded, his voice barely above a whisper. You don't know, right? No problem, Ogechi said, her tone dripping with sarcasm. She packed up the bowl containing the soapy water and clothes and poured it over Emery's head. Useless boy, you will not eat in this house. afternoon until night. Don't go inside. You don't go inside your room. Remain here. Stay here. Finish washing the clothes. Wait for them to dry and bring them into my room before you leave. Do you hear me? Ogechi ordered. Yes, ma, Emery replied, his voice breaking as tears streamed down his face. Nonsense boy, she muttered as she left. A few hours later, Emery completes the washing. He folded the clothes neatly, delivering Ogechi's clothes to her room and the children's clothes to their room. Exhausted, he retreated to his room, emotions overwhelming him. Dad and Mom, why did you have to go and leave me to the mercy of this woman, Aunty Ogechi? He lamented softly. You should have taken me with you. What am I living for? I wake up very early and sleep very late. Everybody is just mean to me in this house except Uncle Jude and Felu. As he sat there, tears flowing freely, he thought of his little sister Emanuela, how is she? God, please help her wherever she is. I don't want her to go through what I'm going through right now. Amen, he prayed. Resolution, Emery wiped the tears from his eyes. Emery, stop crying. Be strong. If not for anything, for your little sister, Emanuela, he said to himself, firmly, trying to muster all courage. With a deep breath, he stood up, determined to face another day with a renewed sense of resilience. The day that Uncle Jude promised Emery he would start school had finally arrived. The night before, Uncle Jude had called Emery to remind him to prepare as he would begin his new school journey the next morning. Emery was filled with joy and anticipation. On Monday morning, Emery woke up very early, determined to complete all his chores around the house. He knew that Aunty Ogechi would not allow him to leave for school unless his tasks were finished. Emery had accepted his circumstances and was willing to do whatever it takes to have a roof over his head and attend school. Helen, who was also attending the same school, shared Emery's excitement. Together, they eagerly got into the car, ready to embark on this new adventure. Previously in his village school, Emery had been in SS2, but in the city he was asked to repeat SS1. Emery didn't review it as a setback, but rather an opportunity to learn more. After completing his registration, he was introduced to his new classmates. Emery was optimistic and ready to embrace the chance of making new friends. A few hours later, the school day ended, and Helen rushed to Emery, eager to hear about his first day. Emery, how was your first day at school today? She asked with enthusiasm. It was fine. Guess what? I made a new friend, and her name is Nancy, he replied, smiling. Really? Wow. Who is this person? So please tell me about her. Okay, like I said, her name is Nancy, and her seat is next to mine. Emery answered. Wow, congratulations, Helen said playfully. Congratulations, for what? Emery asked, puzzled. For making a new friend, of course, she said, laughing. Emery was thankful for Helen and Uncle Jude's support. As they waited for the ride home, Jessica, Uncle Jude's last daughter, mentioned that their dad would come pick them up, causing Chinedu to laugh. Helen quickly intervened to stop the teasing, but Emery felt a bit bad. Just then, Uncle Jude arrived to pick them up. Hello, he greeted them warmly. Daddy is here, Chinedu announced, and they all piled into the car. As they drive home, Emery, Uncle Jude called out. Yes, sir, Emery answered politely. How was your school today? Uncle Jude asked. It was fine, Emery responded. Dad, he made a new friend today, and her name is Nancy. Helen said. Really? That's great, Uncle Jude said. As they arrived home, Emery felt a sense of gratitude for the support and opportunity he was receiving. Looking forward to the new experience and friendship that lay ahead. Watch out for the part 2. Thank you.